This is CineBack for the Canon R5 Mark II. It is an accessory that attaches to the camera and gives you a ton of features like giant top and bottom cheese plates for rigging and giving you a nice ergonomic handheld boxy cinema style form factor, but it also has a battery mount, either V mount or gold mount, with a power switch to send power to 4 D-taps that can be sent to USB-C adapters, dummy batteries, and can be used to power other accessories like monitors and more. There are tons of ways to route cables, whether that be at the top, the bottom on both sides of the rig, as well as a door for stuffing adapters and cables, and tons of room between the camera and CineBack. And when you're done, you can simply close it up and keep everything nice and tidy. So it's a dream to route cables and to rig with this. And every single switch, button, and dial is completely accessible on the camera and nothing is inhibited. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to go ahead and get your camera installed, cage compatibility, and more. Now let's talk about cage compatibility with the R5 Mark II and CineBack. All of the supported models will be listed on the product page, so definitely check that, as we may continue to add more cages. For example, as of filming, I am waiting on the Tilta cage to arrive to make sure it does indeed fully work. But for now in this video, we're going to talk about the 2 small rig cages that work. The first is the Black Mamba cage for the R5 II, as well as the standard small rig cage for the R5 II. And both install in the same manner. So let's go ahead and walk through that now. The first thing you're going to want to do is install the camera in the cage. In this example, I'm using the standard small rig cage. We can set that aside. And then we're going to prepare the CineBack by using one of 3 spacers that come with the kit. So go ahead and grab the smaller of the 3 spacers that comes with it. It has a G and an arrow, and we're going to install that on the top plate on the inside. You'll need 2 of the silver screws that come with the kit and the smaller of the 2 Allen keys. And here you can see I've already installed it on the inside of the top plate of CineBack. There's another angle showing those 2 silver screws, and you want to make sure those 2 holes are lined up with the 2 top slots in CineBack, and finally that the arrow is facing backward. With that done, we can take the camera, we're going to flip out the screen, and we're going to slide it in between the top and bottom cheese plates. If you feel you need to lift slightly on the top plate, that is completely fine and normal. And we're going to line up the 2 holes with the camera cage with these 2 holes in CineBack. Next, we'll take the 2 longer screws that come with the kit and the larger of the 2 Allen keys, and we'll insert them here and here. Just make sure they aren't fully tightened yet. Then we can take CineBack, flip it upside down, and take one of the smaller black screws, and we'll install it into the cage right here. And this one I will snug up, and with that done, we can go ahead and close the screen of the camera and go ahead and tighten up those top 2 screws. Go ahead and check fitment of the screen, and if the screen looks like it's not quite parallel or a little janky, you can actually loosen the bottom screw and slide it backward or forward until things look just right and it fits nice and snug. And now we're ready to go ahead and go film with the R6 Mark II. Installing the Black Mamba cage is exactly the same as what we just went over, so you can go ahead and use the same procedure to get it installed and set up with the R5 II. There are several different ways you can power your camera with CineBack. You could go directly from the D-tap into the camera using something like a dummy battery, but that does carry some risks. Alternatively, you can go from D-tap to a USB-C and then plug into the side of the camera using power delivery, and we do have an option available on the store for that. So this little device takes D-tap on one end, as you can see here, spits it out to a USB-C female connector, which can be connected to a nice tidy cable and works great with CineBack. So I'm going to go ahead and install this kit, which is available on the store, and I'm going to start by opening the accessory door on the side of CineBack and the camera's monitor. Next, I'm going to take the adapter with the cable attached. I'm going to run the USB-C cable straight through to the other side and stick it behind the camera. Now there is a piece of Velcro that comes with this if you want to affix it in place. I'll go ahead and close the accessory door, making sure not to pinch any cables. And now I can run this and plug it into CineBack. And with that done, you can see on the other side, I've gone ahead and run the cable and adapter so that it comes out through the top and plugs directly into the camera for a nice tidy configuration. There's still tons of room to run an HDMI cable or other accessories, And that's going to be a nice, clean, simple install. Power out through to the camera, and we don't have to worry about any kind of issues using a dummy battery. So that is CineBack for the R5 II. You can learn more on the product page at camerafoundry.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next product release video.